Hey guys, FatBuddyCat here. How you doing? Today, we're going to go for a ride on our MM212PRO, Deaf Duck Racing Edition.
Alright guys, we just got to make a slight modification before we get this out. And that's going to be to this really long exhaust that we have here, okay? Even without the RLV, just running the header with this, 1 5/16 flare on it, there's a lot vibrating out here on the end, okay? Comparatively speaking to the length of the pipe, alright? And where it's pinched right here, in the end game, that's not going to cut it. You know what will? A 4.5-inch angle grinder, right about there.
Alright guys, we just cut that thing off like that old couple at Golden Corral that we know was just going to take all the pot roast. Yeah, I remember you. Alright, and then we're going to stick one of our trumpets on there. Alright, I bought a couple of these from Go Power Sports, guys. These things are sweet. I love them. You can take them off and on. If you have a 1-inch RLV, you can use that instead. And this makes a difference, alright? It sounds kind of flat without it.
No trumpet. With the trumpet. Yeah.
Alright guys, for these runs, we're going to be running the stock torque converter. Alright,
That'll be our base for our, I guess you'd call it our Stage 2 MM212PRO Deaf Duck Racing Edition. Alright, let's get some. Alright guys, we're learning from the last time. I got it back in the garage before I take you on a wild POV ride. Okay? I'm going to go over it, just check the nuts and bolts on it, the brakes and such. You know, our throttle, I might have to tighten that up. Okay? The chain, I'll put a little tension on that. Okay? And then I'm just going to come over here, check my other brake, it feels good. And I'll torque that one more time. Alright? See you out there for some hot laps, guys. Alright, looks like we're going to have to do something a little different now because the header is cracked. Okay? I just came down here. I was looking at these scratches, and right back here I can feel it, guys. Right there, it's cracked. Alright, we get it off. We got a better look at it. See what we can do. Okay, so here's our crack, right? I don't have any other pipes to fit this, and it's probably not going to run right with the stock muffler, even though it's, you know, high flowing. It's not that high flowing. So I think I'm going to weld this up real quick, see what happens. Alright guys, so I cleaned this thing off, alright? Just use a sanding disc, okay? And then I used a black permanent marker, and I just traced out the actual crack. Okay, so that's pretty substantial. But we'll eat that up with our 7018. Cyborg meat. Alright guys, there's my first pass. I think I'm getting better at this. Alright guys, here's our semi-finished product. We're going to go ahead and bolt this on the bike. Big thanks to Def Duck Racing. It looks like my online welding classes with Zach's Pro Mods and Mark. Hey, worked wonders guys. Paid off after all. Alright, I dubbed this the FBC Power Horn. Alright guys, we ran this over too. So you know, we'll just straighten that back out right quick. Alright guys, here we are, fresh from the welding salon. Let me get you out to the field. Warm it All right, guys, now we're getting somewhere with this thing. Well, I mean, that was pretty impressive for, I mean, what is it? It's basically a stock motor, right? I mean, it just has a governor removed. It's just a stock billet rod. And, you know, it's 22-pound springs, of course. I mean, we don't want to float the valves, which are also stock. And that stock head. All right, with that stock flywheel, and that stock flathead piston, okay, and that stock racing cam. All right, I think you guys see where I'm going with this. And that 660 carb, that helps out. I know what it is, guys. It's that FBC power Hahn. All right, that's definitely where it's coming from. You could hear it clear as day. On those videos. Speaking of clear as day, guys, when I did the action shots, man, I didn't realize how much dust I made. And the GoPro was sitting on the chair, okay, aka the tripod. And needless to say, I just gave it a quick wipe. You know, it's the first dusty day, first time I used it like that. And there was a bit of a glare on there. And I didn't notice till after. And then it started to get dark. And I ran out of time. By the time I edit these things, guys, it's like, you know, it's getting up there. So I'm putting these things out like hot pancakes. So anyways, guys, over on the torque converter side, we're not quite done here. All right. The belt is getting there. It's starting to fray in a few spots. It's got some legitimate chingaderos. There's a good one. See up there? It's got the old, you know, belts aren't supposed to have lint or fuzz hanging off of them. Okay, so that is what it is. We're still gonna do something about this driver or this belt situation, okay? We might just be getting too much slip, and maybe we can run a slightly smaller belt and tighten this up a little, okay? Another thing that I'm aware of on these bikes, on these 212 Pros, is the jack shafts, okay? You can't just go buying the kits for these now. Somebody might eventually have one, you know, that'd be cool. But until then, we're gonna figure that out, all right? And you know, as we've been doing with this entire bike, we're gonna have some help with that, all right? By somebody who's already figuring these things out. And then some, okay? You know that's those death ducks, guys. All right? And there's a whole bunch of them. They all do different things, okay? But as a team, talk about a force, all right? And I think I'm gonna get into that and a few more things when we trim this bike out, okay? We're gonna touch up that exhaust pipe, make sure that our repair is good, all right? Maybe we'll check in on that. You know, we'll see. But I think maybe we should paint it, put some header wrap on it. We definitely have some blank spots for some action. Okay, so we'll get it on there. We'll get it done. As usual, guys, it's a work in progress. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.